Use the graphs to find the domain and range of each function. The domain is the set of x values for the function. So I like to think of domain as going from the left-handmost x value to the right-handmost x value. So if we look at the left-handmost x value here, this looks like it's at -2. So the x value is -2 here. And then the right-handmost x value is at +2. So our domain is -2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to +2. And then to get the range, we're going to look at the bottommost y value up to the topmost y value. So the bottommost y value is down here at y equals -2. And the topmost y value is the peak that's right here at y equals +2. So the range of this function is -2 less than or equal to y less than or equal to +2. Let's answer the same question for the next function. The domain is a set of x values, and these run from the left to the right. The left-handmost x value is right here, and this looks like it's maybe at -5. So -5 less than or equal to x. And for the right-handmost x value, there's an arrow here that says this goes on indefinitely to the right. So there isn't a right-hand x value. Now you could leave your answer like this, but anytime we have a one-sided domain, it's very common to have the x first. So if -5 is less than or equal to x, this means that x is the larger of the two, so x is greater than or equal to -5. Then the range. The range runs from the bottommost y value to the topmost y value. Now, no matter how you look at it, the bottommost y value, if you look here or here, the y value is 0 at both of those places. So the bottom value is 0. And the topmost y value, you might be inclined to say it's +2 here. However, this arrow is higher. And this says this goes upward indefinitely. So there is no topmost y value. So just like we did with the domain, because this is one-sided, it's common to put the variable first. So if 0 is less than or equal to y, that means y is the bigger of these two. So y is greater than or equal to 0. Now on to the last function. We're going to analyze this the same way. The domain runs from the left-handmost x value up to the right-handmost x value. If we look to the left, this arrow tells us the function goes indefinitely in the left direction, so there is no left-hand x value. And on the right-hand side, this arrow says the function goes on indefinitely to the right, so there is no right-hand limiting value. This says there are no restrictions on either side, and so the domain would be all real numbers. Let's look at the range. This would run from the bottommost y value up to the topmost y value. The bottommost y value, you might be inclined to say it's here at -2. However, this arrow goes down indefinitely, so this goes lower. And because it goes downward indefinitely, there is no bottom y value. If we look at the top, the same line of reasoning says that to the left, this goes upward indefinitely, so there is no top y value. So this says that the range is all real numbers.